There are many ways to cook bitter melon. If you are running out of ideas for your dinner or looking for something new, here is the stuffed bitter melon with minced meat, one of my favorite family recipes. And I will also show you a simple trick to remove the bitterness of the melon by just using salt. Hi, I'm KP Kwan from Taste of Asian Food. Thanks for joining me. Let's start the preparation by cleaning up the bitter melon. Cut off both ends, then cut the bitter melon into rings of about 3/4 inch height. Remove the seeds at the center of the bitter melon rings with a metal spoon, then scrape the inner surface with the spoon until it is clean. Place the bitter melon rings in a large container. Sprinkle a large teaspoon of salt on it, and then mix well. Let it rest for about 15 minutes. Salt helps to draw out water and the bitterness of the bitter melon. After 15 minutes, remove the bitter melon from the salt solution and then rinse away the salt with water. Using meat alone as a stuffing seems a bit unexciting, so I've decided to add a few more ingredients to accentuate the taste. Dry shiitake mushroom has rich umami and aromatic flavor. Its meaty and chewy texture is great to pair with any kind of minced meat, and I always like to add it to any meat filling or meatballs or stuffing. Remove the stem of the mushrooms and cut it into small pieces. The most common ingredients for the stuffing is minced pork, but you can always use chicken or beef as the alternative. Some finely diced carrots to improve the color. Some chopped onion and the mushroom that we have prepared. Light soy sauce and oyster sauce is the foundation of most Cantonese food, and is what I'm using in this recipe. And of course, you need to season with a bit of salt and white pepper. Some minced garlic and ginger to improve the flavor. And lastly, some Shaoxing wine. Mix all the ingredients and seasonings in the large mixing bowl. The mixture may not stick together well initially, but as time goes by, it will become more sticky and gooey. I use a unique process by slamming the meat paste against the bowl. Just leave up the meat paste and repeatedly smash it back. This action breaks down the protein of the meat and transforms it to a more springy texture. It also restructures the meat paste to become more sticky. Divide the stuffing into portions. Then shape each portion to a ball and stuff it into the bitter melon ring. Press the stuffing to fill up all the space in the ring, and this step will prevent the filling from detach from the bitter melon ring when it shrinks slightly after steaming. The amount should be slightly more than it can contain to form a small dome on the top. Place the stuffed bitter melon rings in a steaming tray with a raised edge to contain the gravy produced while steaming. Set up a steaming station with your wok and the steaming rack. You can also get a steaming set specifically for this purpose if you steam food very often in the kitchen. Steam over medium heat for about 15 minutes. Remove the stuffed bitter melons and place them on a serving plate. Drizzle the gravy on top and serve. Here there's a popular way to switch it up to a more savory version. Black bean sauce is highly popular to serve with bitter melon. Chopped garlic, the store-bought black bean paste. Place it in a small pan and add a little bit of Shaoxing wine and oil. Then make a thin cornstarch slurry with a teaspoon of cornstarch and about 4 tablespoons of water. Adjust the consistency by adding more slurry or add some additional water. You can use it as a dipping sauce or dress it on top of the bitter melon. That's how I prepare my stuffed bitter melon with minced meat. If you want to get the recipe, I've included it right in the description below the video. And don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel by clicking the subscribe button and give me a like. I'll see you again in some other similar video very soon in the future, and bye for now.